You in? You're in. So, yeah, basically I'm joined by the guys from WanderPod.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys being here. Very much introducing me to the podcasting world because, yeah, basically the kind of the idea is the Nomad's Journal that's on the website.
Yeah.
It's a blog at the minute. We want to try and make it into a podcast, bring on different guests.
Yeah.
Have different people with their insight and their stories and their adventures and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so thank you very much for joining.
So thank you for having us. Yeah.
Of course.
Pleasure to be here.
I know, crazy. We're at Aberfalls. If some people might not know that this is Aberfalls.
Yeah,
I forget that. I do
true,
forget that.
Yeah.
We literally, this is probably like my 25th time here, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm 25, so that's like one a year. That sounds about right, to be fair.
Yeah, and it's nice and busy, yeah?
Yeah,
it is
literally.
busy today.
We've had some unexpected guests. So we filmed part 1 over on there, guys.
Yeah.
Where I actually got interviewed, which is mad. I don't know if I did well on that one, but we'll see how I'm.
Yeah, and it was our first time interviewing as well. So
yeah.
First all around,
at least we get to hold each other's hands when we're doing
this
for the first time.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
But yeah, sort of like introduce everybody to like who you guys are, what WanderPod is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
So we're WanderPod.
Yep.
So I'm Matt.
I'm Kyle.
We've been doing this now, well, since the start of the year, really, haven't we?
So started off this year, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we've always wanted to do something together. You know, put ourselves out there on the internet, and just I think we both just enjoyed making videos. Originally, that was the idea, and then I think we just realised we talk a load of rubbish as well, and we just bounce off each other, and have a laugh. Yeah. So you suggested, why don't we do a podcast? And I was a bit sceptical at first, I'll be honest. But that's just probably a confidence thing, yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a confidence thing. I think it's weird doing it like we spoke about earlier. North Wales is quite small-minded, and we thought, oh, is it worth pushing ourselves out here?
Yeah.
But that's it. We're just doing it, and we're in the thick of it now, so there's no turning back.
Yeah, definitely. Thought, how can we do a podcast different? And we both enjoy going outdoors, so that's kind of where it came from. So,
yeah, for sure.
It's Wander. As in, wondering about, not wonder as in wondering, because that's, as soon as I say the name, that's what everyone's like. So what are you wondering for?
What are you wondering about?
I'm on my journeys.
Yeah.
Get my steps in.
Wonder.
Yeah, you get my steps in. But yeah, so it's basically our idea, similar to you. Is going out and about different locations, doing podcasts, either just us or getting guests on.
Yeah.
And just introducing people to different places, not only around North Wales. We do hope to get out and about, but obviously North Wales being our home, this is where we are.
For sure. More accessible for you guys, I guess, isn't it? And there's definitely a lot of North Wales to show.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Like, where was your last episode? That was at the quarry, wasn't it?
The Norwood Quarry, yeah.
I've never been there. I've still never been there.
We'll have to take it. It's amazing
definitely.
there,
It looks stunning.
Yeah, it is good. And like you said, that's closer to my way, so I've been there quite a bit. Whereas this is more your way, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is a bit further along from me, but yeah, there's so much to look at. Like you were saying,
100%.
North Wales is a good place to start.
Definitely.
And this is a nice little walk as well. I mean,
it is,
once you got to the car park, you know, what did you say? It says like an hour and a half. Or something
it says an hour and a half on the post.
If you stroll in taking pictures, understandable, but it's not that bad. It's a nice short. It took us maybe 20 to 25 minutes or so
literally.
to get here.
We were sweating as well.
Yeah,
we did have a stomp on, didn't we?
Yeah.
Came in fully clothed. That's why it's freezing this time of year. So that's probably why.
But yeah, that's our idea. Just podcast, get to know people,
nice.
Share stories, and
take people along to different locations at the same time.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of come to the we've kind of adapted a little bit in the fact that you and I are trying to become like maybe like a personality type thing, if you get me. As in you and I together, and then the podcast is going to still be us, but kind of separate. I think we've realised that we want Matt and Kyle, and then we want WanderPod as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're just figuring that out as we go. Trying to.
I think it's definitely easy to sort of like let your like business become your personality, or like vice versa. So it's definitely good to have like that that like line in the sand where you're still like, no, this is us doing our thing, and then this is us coming together and doing this. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I think so. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So obviously, Matt, Kyle.
Yeah.
me and Matt went to school with each other.
We did.
So sort of explain like where you guys are. But obviously, we're all three of us are from North Wales.
Yeah.
But like explain kind of like where you're from and like how you actually came together to start it, I guess.
Yeah. Funny story, really.
Funny story, yeah.
Funny story. I told you this one, yeah. It was a good one. So obviously, I was in school with you.
Yeah.
After sixth form, I didn't have any plans to go into university because I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time.
Fair.
So I looked for work around here. Saw a job advertisement going for Zip World in Bethesda. You saw the same job advertisement, didn't you?
Yeah, somewhere else in the world. I applied for it as well, and
so applied online. And this is the funny part, right? So get an email. It's a very outdoor based. If you don't know what Zip World is, very outdoorsy.
It was the longest zip line in Europe, wasn't it?
Longest in Europe and fastest in the world. It was.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Is it still like that
Whether
now?
that still stands, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it is. They upgraded it. So.
I don't think you can get faster because that's where the name came from. Velocity. You reach terminal velocity on the zip line, so you can't get any faster. Supposedly, anyway.
But the email for the interview was like, "Oh, you've got an interview on such and such date. We'll do a tour of the site. So wear something outdoorsy. I know basically I know it's an interview, but we wear outdoorsy because we'll do a site tour." Basically, he turns up in a tux. Yeah.
Oh no!
It wasn't a tux.
No, a shirt and I came in like shirt and trousers. Yeah.
You had a jacket on as well. You
No,
were
I
full
didn't have a
suited
jacket.
and booted.
I didn't have a jacket. I didn't have. I've never had a suit before, so I couldn't have had. I did come in shirt and.
What were you like first interview? I'm going to make an impression.
Yeah,
it
you
was
definitely
literally
made an impression by the sounds of it.
Well, yeah, it was like my first proper civilian kind of interview as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think I read the email. I think I was just so excited about getting the job.
Man, that's cool.
I got an
that's
interview.
So cool.
And then
there was about 10 of us or something like that, wasn't there? We all had to sort of sit in a room while they just called us in one by one.
Yeah.
We're all sat there outdoorsy. And
I was just sat there in shirt and trousers.
I could see he was a similar age, so I just went over, started chatting to him, took the mick out of him straight away, and I think that's sort of where...
Yeah, that's where the bond came from.
That's where the friendship
started. I thought,
started,
this guy's got bollocks taking the piss out of me, so... Just,
first day of work, obviously he then turned up. I'd seen him then, didn't get to know him properly, but then first day of work, I was like, "You're the suit guy."
Yeah, we were on the same first day together, weren't we? So
oh, nice.
That was 2017, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then we were sort of like, obviously, you only worked there for the one summer. I stayed there for 6 years.
Jeez.
But yeah, you were there for the one summer, but we were kind of still mates, weren't we? We were in touch. It wasn't like, best mates all the time.
Yeah.
Still in touch. And then I think lockdown sort of where we became good pals.
Nice.
Because you moved out of your house and you moved closer, sort of like to the next village over. And then because it was locked down and he was on his own, I just spend all my time there as well. So I think
we were saying about this before, weren't we? Like lockdown is where like nomadic was sort of like created and all that sort of stuff. But we were saying like especially around here, for some people it actually gave them like time and space to just connect with like the right people and just like go and do things that isn't necessarily like just going and getting like a pint and a burger at Weathers or whatever.
A lot of ideas kind of spanned from lockdown, didn't they? Like you were saying, like you kind of invented your thing in lockdown. We came up with the idea of, we need to, because I don't know, we were just like, we'd always be with each other, and we kind of, we thought we were dead funny, didn't we?
Yeah. Whether we actually were is a different story.
You made me laugh a couple of times today, if that helps. Don't worry.
And then we kind of thought, because I remember, I think TikTok only started fully blowing up around lockdown.
Yeah, what was it before? It was like that musically.
Oh my god, did you get on that?
It was. Yeah.
That was
I
TikTok.
couldn't. Shut up.
And then
was
TikTok,
it
rebranded from that.
Yeah,
TikTok.
I forgot about that. That's mad. That is.
Yeah. So I wasn't on Musically.
No. It took me a long time to get onto TikTok as well. I think you're the one that made me finally download it, maybe. I think.
I think it was Morgan Hogan.
Oh yeah.
I think she was the first person. She was always watching TikTok. So I was just
like,
what is that?
What is this?
Oh my
but
god.
anyway, that's sort of where it started, and that's kind of where we post most of our stuff now.
Yeah.
We're talking to you about it, so
yeah.
I think most of our things are on TikTok. So
Yeah. Go check them out.
But a full podcast's going to YouTube, and then we got Instagram for like our, like behind the scenes, like and then
nice.
TikTok is where kind of we just do our own things as well.
Yeah, and just do bits and bobs. Yeah.
Nice.
But so that's where we met in Zip World, and then came closer in lockdown. Kind of distant for a bit, didn't we? And then I think it was last year.
Yeah.
we just started messaging again, and we decided to, for whatever reason, as a catch-up, to go on a Snowdon sunrise walk.
Crazy.
In the snow. So that was started last year, wasn't it? And then I think that's kind of where everything was.
Nice.
Talking, like,
but again, still just that connection through like the outdoors, adventuring and all that sort of stuff.
Definitely.
Nice, yeah.
Like we were saying, we've always wanted to do something like that together. And then while we were up Snowdon, we were like, "Oh, this is actually kind of fun."
Yeah.
And then it just
all made sense.
Nice.
It all just kind of came together.
Because we were kind of saying about this, like, I don't know, obviously, like, you got more of like a lad's perspective.
Yeah.
But like from my perspective, when we were growing up, especially like round here in the same school for us two.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before, like I was only going outdoors and doing like snowdoing and hikes and all that sort of stuff because of like my family and like my granddad. He was like my daycare pretty much, and he would just take me out and we'd go and do all that sort of stuff. But like for growing up, for you two, like round here, would you say it would be like, was that like the same sort of thing, or would you kind of like get together, or would you just go off by yourself?
Yeah,
like what do you reckon, like from your perspective?
Well, growing up for me, my mum used to go on walks all the time, so in some situation I'd go with her. She was ill when I was younger,
right?
And when she got better, she made a thing that she was like, right, I want to go and do 3 peaks.
Nice,
I think I was probably like 7 years old, and I remember doing that and being like, my mum's a bloody hero,
absolute legend.
That. I was like, what a beast. So I think I'd then go on walks with her all the time.
Nice.
It wasn't necessarily, I wasn't young, I was too young to be like, oh, can we go on a walk? It was kind of like, she wanted to train. She was like, he's got to come with me.
I
think that's how I got into it. But then I kind of said to you, I think in school, and it's a shame, and I don't know if it is just me or, in school you worry about things, you're anxious, you're a teenager growing up. It wasn't cool.
No.
I don't think it was, for lads anyway, it's not seen as the cool thing to just go on walks outside and wear all your like, outdoor clothes and stuff like that.
Well, at least from my perspective anyway.
Yeah. So I think that's where it died down for me a little bit. But then going into Zip World, being surrounded by outdoorsy people, it's just got out and about, seeing more, and it's just,
you find your people in the end, I guess, don't you?
Yeah,
what about for you? Like,
I don't know. I think I'm kind of in a similar thing to you, where it was my grandparents.
Yeah.
Like I was saying to you earlier, I moved down South Wales, and then if there was like a school break or anything like that, I'd come and stay with my nan and Tide in North Wales, which is my home. And then my Tide was always very adventurous. He's got like motorbikes, quad bikes.
Oh, nice! Yeah.
He liked Snowdon, and then we went. I remember one time we went. I don't know what it's called when you go through like fast water and you like
gorge walking.
Gorge walking.
Yeah.
Gorge
walking.
Used to do a lot of that. Yeah. And then cliff jumping as well. Went somewhere on Anglesey.
Bloody hell, fair play.
I can't remember where it was. I think it's Rossniger. I'm not too sure.
Right.
And I think that's kind of where my love for it came from.
Nice.
So yeah, pretty similar situation to you, really.
It's cool that it's all kind of like family driven, I guess, though.
I think it is, yeah.
Because like, especially more recently, so my younger brother Billy, like, got him on like Snap, because obviously, so I live down in like South Wales and stuff like that now. But it's cool just seeing him on like Instagram and him and his friends going out and like doing snowding and like. Because when we were growing up, he was always more into like football and like just going out with the lads, like hanging around Mackey's. Like we all did it. Don't get me wrong. Like,
I don't know why.
It's just the only thing to do around bloody junction. That's why.
Second home,
get your car, get your first car, and
that's it. Then
hanging around
park up,
McDonald's,
innit? But it's cool to see like that develop from like when we were growing up. Like I always just seen him kind of like just doing that stuff, and like to then like even him wanting to go off and do all these hikes. And I think more and more people are doing it now. Like we were saying, like we were seeing more people from like our year and stuff like on Instagram actually going out and doing hikes, and it's actually kind of like a cooler thing to do now. Whereas when we were growing up, like unless you did ODA, which I don't know if it was the same for you, but like I think they were saying with our group there genuinely wasn't enough people doing it, and so they nearly had to pull it. You know how you did it as like options and stuff. You did it within like different like on the timetable and stuff like that.
Do you remember what year did you do? Do you remember what year you would have done it in now? I think ours was
I remember I did ODA and media on the same year.
I think I did ODA and media.
I don't think did we do.
I think it might have been 2 years. No, did we do media together?
I can't remember now.
No, jeez. Like, do you know when you were saying, the English teacher, I can't remember her name?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't remember a single teacher's name. Never mind the English teacher.
Nah. Miss Freeman, I remember her because she's the reason I went to university. So I'll always remember her. Fair play. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it from school. But yeah, like it got to a point where I'm pretty sure there wasn't enough people interested in it, so they nearly had to pull it. And like, so it's mad how like now, maybe not those exact same people, but like at least like the wider group of like who we were in school with and stuff like that are actually into it now. And like, I think like it's mad how that's like developed, because like I really wanted, like I loved my friends like growing up and stuff like that, and I wouldn't have changed any of it for the world. But I would have loved it if we were all like, nah, come on, let's go to the beach, let's go and do this, let's go and do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's very interest is very much passed down, like you were saying, from your granddad and then down to your mum and then yourself. I think it is very much passed down. I think social media is quite a big thing.
I was just about
True, yeah.
The more people are posting, the more people are showing outdoors, and like people are just like, oh, that's actually really pretty. I might go and have a look myself and stuff like that.
Even though we were saying before how social media is ruining some lives.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's the good with the bad as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's what you're saying.
Social media is very good and it's very bad as well. But it's you can do a lot of good and get people out, which is what our main thing is. And then, like on your side, catching other people's talents and stuff like that. It's just that's the good side of social media, and that's what we like to see. But it's not always like that.
No.
It can be a very toxic place to be, but it can be a very loving place to be.
Yeah, exactly. Use it in the right ways type thing.
That's it, yeah.
But we were saying about obviously ODA and stuff like that. So from just here, this is, I don't know if you maybe did it a little bit different. I don't think we weren't in the same class for ODA. Outdoor activities, by the way, just in case anybody didn't know what ODA meant. But our school actually owned the cottage on the other side of that hill, just over there, wasn't it? And so basically, we literally got dropped there. I'm looking back on it, and I'm like, that's so, like, it's so sus. But we used to literally get, like, dropped off at this, like, cottage, and they were like, firewood's here, set up your tents. Obviously, we'll make sure that everyone's okay. But then they were like, just leave you to it.
I don't know. Health and safety's mad now, isn't it?
That's so true.
I don't know if you'd ever get away with doing stuff like that now.
I went to that cottage. I think it was the next year with school. Like, I think after school, it was like a little like to help them clear it out.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, we did that.
Got the sofa outside, sledgehammer, destroying the thing. So good.
I know we should not have been left to do that though.
No.
I mean, glad we were, because that was hell of a fun night. But
I'm not by any means an angry person. I'm actually.
Oh no, but there's something about it, isn't there?
Something about breaking stuff. Yeah,
destroying stuff is always nice, isn't it?
Yeah, we should.
Sledgehammer to a sofa just does something for you. Yeah.
I remember we were talking about media as well. We were making music videos as one of our projects. Yeah. And to the song, I smashed a guitar against the floor.
Nice.
Similar thing.
Yeah,
I'm starting to see a pattern here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So be warned, guys.
It does sound angry.
No, I'm not. But it was.
I've seen angry sides too, mate.
You are.
Oh, crazy.
You definitely have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Angry guy.
We should make a rec room.
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
Yeah, we should open up a rec room.
That's what that should be.
Yeah, break everything.
Add that to the business ideas.
But yeah, obviously, literally, we've come up with so many. Like, we're going to be busy this year. But yeah, like the cottage literally just over there, getting dropped off there, and then they were like, right, okay, in the morning, make your way to Aber Falls. Here's your maps.
Yeah.
And like, we literally had to get a compass and just go and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
And like, literally, like, I'll obviously put clips in this and stuff so you can kind of get what we're on about. But that's huge. When you look at that, that is huge. And the fact that we were just like, oh yeah, that little waterfall over there, we'll try and make it. And like, it's kind of cool that we were allowed to do that as kids. Yeah, I wonder if like we were saying, like growing up in cities and stuff like that, everyone has like a different upbringing. Like, I don't think there's no way that they'd be allowed to do that, or at least not maybe as accessible.
So, no, because I went to secondary school in a place called Penistone near Barnsley.
Barnsley.
And
there was no kind of outdoor activities, not that I'm aware of anyway. I did geography as a thing, and the most we were allowed to do there is go to like a local town and where you do the tallying, how many people walk past a certain shop. I think that was about it. There was no kind of outdoor activities, adventure training, nothing like that. I didn't really do any kind of physically led adventure training until I was in the army, and that was during basic training. Apart from that, there was nothing. So I think there is a massive difference between rural schools and city schools. I think 100%. Unless they do it, I might just be completely blind. But
I guess that kind of leads me on to like the next thing of like obviously with like Nomadic UK want to try and like push Wales in the UK and like because it's beautiful and we've got a lot of opportunities here, and obviously like the talent within it is like I was saying to you guys before, like there's literally kids around here from like 5 minutes away who are doing like the maddest stuff on a skateboard, and it's like unless they're filming it and putting it out there, but it's like especially with like skateboarding and surfing and stuff like that, we always hear more maybe local wise is more like maybe like Portugal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think in terms of like the talent here, and like whether like do you see it like being like a different thing, or is like do you kind of not recognize it as being a different?
I think it's a lot like you said, it's a lot quieter around here. Like I'm not as aware of it.
Yeah.
But only I'm not saying no one's talented around here. It's not.
No, yeah.
I mean, like cities and everything. Everything's promoted. Like
so
in
true.
Bigger locations, everything's promoted. So it's like it's the same with how I see actors as well. Yeah. When you find out an actor is from Wales,
it's mad.
Oh my God,
Christian Bale.
Yeah. Christian Bale. Being what? Batman.
Yeah, swear down.
Shut
He's
up.
Welsh, yeah.
I've heard he was born in Wales, raised somewhere in England. But
That's fair. That's our claim to fame. I don't care. We'll take him. Yeah.
You ever watched Twilight? You watched any of the Twilights?
Yeah.
You know, I think his name's Arrow, the head of the Volturi.
Oh yeah.
He's Welsh.
Love that.
Yeah.
Again, take that.
Yeah. Mad, isn't it? My mum made
You've just let a lot of people know a lot about you.
No, I'm just saying. My mum is
my mum's a massive Twilight fan.
She used to make me watch it. Okay, I was just a people pleaser.
Yeah.
So maybe I do know about talent, but I'm just not aware.
Yeah, true.
Where they're from, it's weird, isn't it? I don't know if it's just because it is.
Like I was going to say, I think the more rural you are, the harder it is to push yourself out there.
Yeah.
And the more rural you are as well, the more, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but the more small-minded you are, 100%. So you've got more fears about pushing yourself out socially. So if someone is talented, they probably know they're talented, but they'll never push it out there because they live in such a small area. Which is why your thing is ace, because you'll go up to them and be like, listen,
cheers, guys.
You're talented, and I'm going to put it on my page.
Yeah.
You're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Change the perspective that everyone from here is just farmers.
Literally.
I'm really talented at harvesting hail. Hail bales. But yes, there is a lot of.
No, definitely.
And I think it's a lot more hidden.
We were speaking a lot about like how potentially small-minded people like in more rural places, like obviously on your guys' episode, and we were saying like how if you were to put yourself out there, like some of the comments that you might get and be like, oh, why are you even bothering? Like, there's no point. Oh, you're just gonna stay around here type thing. Like, nobody out there is really gonna see it. But like, kind of like you just kind of flip the perspective in terms of like small-minded, and so therefore you're thinking like, oh well, I'm not gonna succeed in this, so there's no point in pursuing it.
No, absolutely.
That's definitely
it's something that we've kind of come to. We've started to get into is that, like you're on about negative comments.
Yeah.
And if you take it on board too much, you're only going to get so far because
100%.
you'll never be able to progress because
definitely.
you're letting things stop you. And like I was saying, it's something that we're now experiencing, and you've got to kind of just put it to one side, and you've got to carry on doing whatever you love.
Oh, I see. As long as you're not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
If you're doing something that you enjoy doing, as long as it's not hurting anyone else.
Yeah.
It's you do you. If people give negative feedback or anything, it's not really negative feedback. It's more just pointless.
Yeah.
Pointless
feedback.
toxicity.
Then I just see it as if you're a bit anxious that friends or whatever they're going to say, how I see it, it's a them problem at the end of the day. It's not a you problem.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you're doing what you love, it is what
you're
it is.
You're doing what you enjoy. You're not hurting anyone. Maybe it's a bit of jealousy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I'm just, it's one of those, like, it's a them problem at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You can either take it on board and let it affect you, or you can just see it as a thing and just
literally
move on. It really is a big thing. Just do what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Of course.
You're not hurting anyone. You do you.
But like you were saying, like even those actors.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that they were Welsh or anything.
You wouldn't.
But I feel like, especially America, I don't know if it's necessarily the same for like Portuguese, Spanish, and stuff like that. But like especially America, like even America is like, or like where they're from is like proud to present the fact that this talented person is there and they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Like Sky Brown, she's a skater. Everyone from like, or at least from my perspective, maybe not from like other people's perspective, but when I was like watching her and like in the Olympics and stuff like that, young ass kid just absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
Like at skateboarding, and like she wasn't just some like unknown thing that like came through the ranks, and she definitely like worked hard and stuff like that, but like you talk about people who were from where she's from were just like and they were really proud to be like I know that she could do that, and like I'm glad that she's got it. Just doesn't feel like there's that much
of that going on around here.
And I wish that like, because we had ODA and stuff like that, and like we had all that sort of stuff, but in terms of like actually getting people out to like skateboard and surf and stuff like that, it'd be cool if there was more to like sort of push that, I guess.
Push it, yeah. I was the one thing I was getting about is I don't know if you've ever really been down Pemamar Beach.
Yeah.
There was a skate park there, wasn't there?
Yes, yeah.
And then that got tore down. I know it needed redoing essentially, but instead of redoing it, it just got taken away. It has since, after years and years of people doing petitions and this and that, it's come back. But it's things like that, you're not going to get the talent if there's no one to do
it.
Exactly. And I think
that is so true.
Yeah. I think it should be more available. And I know it's hard, but it's the same, like, whether you go on to acting or skateboarding or whatever, you know, you need the facilities and you need to be able to...
Yeah. To just practice makes perfect at the end of the day, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But no, I remember that about the Penn, because a few of the kids who, I say kids, they're probably like 17 odd or something now. But when the Penn skate park was, when they were saying about knocking it down, it was actually kind of cool to see so many like young people be so passionate. And like they were like advocating for like, right, okay, if you're gonna knock it down, at least design something new and get it out there. And I actually got like, with like Nomadic, they were like, can you share this? Can you like push it in terms of like the petition to get something new? And like I think that was the first time that I actually seen like so many kids and young people come together and be like, nah, we need it and we want it because we use it.
Especially like I appreciate there's funds behind everything, you know.
100%.
You've only got so much money in the pot. But as we were talking about social media and that sometimes taking over kids' lives, they need something to maybe distract them from that and take them away. So if you're just taking away anything that they can do outside, it's
it's counterproductive. But unless I'm wrong, they've built a new one now, isn't it?
There is a new one, yeah. It's not as good, but it's something. It's so much better than nothing, and you do see, especially obviously during winter time, it's difficult around here. Getting out and about.
It's always people always go over to like D-side and stuff, don't they? But then like for some of them, they've obviously got to catch the train and stuff like that. And we were saying like when we were younger, we only went with like our families and stuff like that, and it's something that was passed down. Obviously, as people are getting older, have cars and come on, guys, let's go. But it's kind of like something for like the younger people, because I think that's where it starts. Like Sky Brown, she was like, I think like 13. Do you know what I mean?
It's mad.
And like that's crazy.
Yeah, that is mental.
Yeah,
it's mental.
But yeah, it's weather-wise as well around here. It can be a nightmare. Classic UK weather, but
I think North Wales definitely gets a hammer in as well.
Welsh weather just amplifies it by 10. It's just we get battered like 9 minutes in the air, I'd say. Probably more.
Literally.
But our sunny days, when they happen, are sunny.
Yeah.
I don't know if they even are sunny; they just are to us. Someone else could be here, like,
somebody come over from somewhere else and be like, nah, it's still freezing. Like, nope,
freezing cold.
Get in the sea, come on.
As soon as the sun's out, everyone's out. Doing stuff. Paddleboarding's a big craze around here. I think it's mainly due to the amount of lakes and maybe the sea as well.
We've got loads. We're very fortunate to be right next to lakes and oceans, aren't we?
Big for stuff like that. When you're talking about your skateboarding and stuff, again, maybe it's just not known to me, but I think that's small around here, just again due to facilities and stuff like that.
I think a lot of it comes down to facilities, doesn't it?
Sports are maybe a bit more.
But I think like that's what's kind of cool in both of our like things that we're like obviously trying to promote is like adventuring. Like we have the facilities for that. Like we have the natural facilities for that. Definitely in North Wales, and you can definitely see that. Like today has been one of like, it's not exactly the warmest, and like Aberfoils has still been like so busy.
And
it's nice. It's nice to see it. it's nice to see the different places sort of becoming busy and people
it
actually,
is,
like we were saying about social media and doom scrolling, like we all do it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see people actually out, especially out with their kids and stuff like that as well, you know?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely getting warmer. I think our first two... What was the second podcast? On the beach.
On the beach, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, so... Yeah.
Fair play for sticking that out. I watched that and I was
chucking
like...
it down
we were
on the
getting
beach.
hammered on as
That
well.
was nuts.
Yeah, we saw a few people down there. The first one we went to a lake, didn't we? There wasn't a person. There was one person, one man, bless him, was out and about taking pictures. He was a photographer.
Yeah.
Proper old boy, yeah. And he was asking us about everything.
Oh, nice.
He was like, take my email. Give me an email and I'll send over some pictures to you of things I've got, and you can use that on your social medias. Bless him.
Love that though.
But yeah, so there was one person there on the beach, a little bit more, but in the past two, it's been packed, even at the quarry.
Quarry,
I'd to take away. And
honestly, I'd never seen Dunaway Quarry so busy.
Really?
And I reckon that's social media again.
Yeah, because that's the first time that I always seen it, and like the Secret Lake and stuff like that. Like that was massive. The Infinity Pool.
Yeah.
That was again. I don't know where that is. And I'm from around here.
The Watkins Path.
Yeah.
But
like
the other one. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Infinity Pool.
Yeah. I can't think where it is off the top of my head now.
But all of that was from sort of social media when I think about it, which is which is really good. Like it's nice.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's one of them. It's a mixed bag, and it's
100%.
Like, certain places brilliant. Like come here, go certain places. But like Secret Lake, you're not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Like, and the amount of people that have gone there and just like, please go and see these places like that we want you to see. Just take your rubbish back with you.
Yeah, literally just respect
like
it. Do you know what I mean?
Respect it. Take your
just
rubbish
respect
with you.
it.
Just,
Definitely. I think it's from three locals, I think we can definitely say that we've experienced definitely a time where my mum, oh my god, she was the crazy lady that used to go down to the beach and she'd have her like litter picker and stuff like that. Because especially like lockdown, I don't know if you guys experienced it, but like, and I sound really, really like I feel really, really bad for saying it, but like lockdown for me, like I was very fortunate in the fact that I moved back from Cardiff, up to North Wales, and I was able to skateboard. I was able to go on walks and it not be absolutely rammed or full of rubbish and stuff like that. We were able to, you know, just go and actually enjoy like our local areas and stuff like that, and it not just be trashed. And I think like, obviously, as good, we need tourists, we need people, and people recognise North Wales as like a beautiful place. And they do, and they come, and like obviously we need that for like the economy and stuff like that.
That's it.
That's the one. But it was really nice to just actually have it to ourselves and it not be like full of rubbish and stuff like that.
How weird it was! Like
it was.
No streets were quiet, and there was like goats and
there were goats around the sheep, around the streets.
People's rose bushes were getting eaten and they couldn't do nothing about it because they're protected.
Really weird.
No, that's.
I worked through lockdown, but it was all external work. And essential key worker and all that. But no, it was weird, like how quiet the streets were, and like how quiet the roads were. Like on the roads, there were literally like one or two cars, and then work vans, and then like ambulances and fire engines and stuff like that. It was just really weird time for
Weird
time.
Weird time.
So strange. But then I think was when we were kind of driving around and thinking, shit, North Wales is actually quite pretty,
Yeah, innit?
Because like you were saying earlier, we take it for granted. We don't take it fully for granted, but we're kind of like complacent to it because of how accessible it is to us.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it was a strange time of life.
No, but that's I'd definitely say like we learned a lot from like lockdown. Obviously, like you guys came up with the idea of this.
Yeah.
Although obviously it took a couple of years to come to thing, but like I think any good idea it does anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think a lot of people.
A lot of trial and error, wasn't there?
Yeah.
With
different ideas, but we've settled them on that.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I guess like we've spoke a lot about like North Wales and like the UK and stuff like that. But where's like obviously you're wondering your adventuring and stuff like that. What's like your dream destination then? What's like a bucket list place?
I know what he's gonna say. I want to. I'm not dreaming as big as you in that sense. I just want to go to the Lake District and the Peak District.
Nice.
They're two of the places that I want to go.
I want to go to the Shire.
Yeah.
In New Zealand.
Oh, right, okay,
yes.
Yeah.
I just I don't know what it is about New Zealand. I think it's because it's like here, just bigger.
Yeah, literally.
Bigger. And
I think that's why I was so drawn to it, to be fair.
Yeah. It's Wales on steroids.
Yeah, literally.
I remember meeting this guy at Zit World. That was a great place, like I said, to meet people.
Yeah.
Coming over, because it's the fastest in the world as well.
Yeah.
You get people coming over from everywhere, yeah. And this guy had come to New Zealand, got chatting with him, and he was like, make sure you go. It's like here on steroids. That's what he kept saying to me. And I remember as he was leaving, he made a point to come back into reception to find me, and he was like, go to New Zealand. I was like,
that's
all right.
Cool, though. That's so good, though.
Yeah. He was very, very much about me going. But again, as well, my main reason is the fact that I'm a bit of a geek, and I love Lord of the Rings, so
the Hobbit and all that sort of stuff.
I need to go and see the Shire. I need to go and see where they lived.
I will do it with you. I'll come up. Well, we're gonna have to.
You got to tag along to each other's things now.
I'd love to go there, but I don't know. Like that's always been top, but mainly because of the films. But I love to go anywhere and everywhere, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just experience different. Like obviously North Wales, like you said, or just around here would be great. But it'd be interesting just to see different cultures.
Yeah.
And just see different areas.
Different parts of the world. Yeah.
Nice. You said you went to China.
Yeah.
Love to go there.
China was crazy,
surreal,
but that was never on my list. Like
no.
Like I was saying before, like Portugal and New Zealand. Like I know Portugal's like not that far from us, but like that, like I went there once and I just fell in love with it. And I don't know if it's because it's got that like surfing community and stuff like that, and it is. It's just like laid back. It's nice. It's cool. But yeah, I just love it there. And then like New Zealand was always on my list, but again, I held it at such like a high like status in my mind that I never thought I was going to get there, and I've been there and stuff, and that was really, really cool. But it's like we were saying before, like you just get to experience like different cultures and all that sort of stuff.
It'd be nice to see different parts of the world, wouldn't it? And to do this as we're going.
Definitely.
Similar to you, going down different places of the world and capturing talent. For us, it's just sitting somewhere and talking to each other, but in like these mental places. It would be cool.
No, exactly. You're taking people along for the ride, and you're showcasing it all as well. So,
with you talking about Portugal, when my mum and dad were around, well, younger than us now, I think they're around 20.
Yeah.
They decided to just get a motorbike and go from there to there.
Legends.
So they went all the way there, and then they lived there for 2 years. So
oh my Jesus! You're starting to put ideas in my head.
Yeah, I know, and something like that just baffles my brain, but I'd love to do it. It's the fact that my mum used to work on the bar on the beach, and then my dad would hire out peddlers, like just going out on the beach, and they just did that for 2 years straight.
That is it though. Like, and I think you definitely realise what's actually a necessity.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm very like grateful that I've got like my design career and stuff like that, and like, but when you go traveling, you literally strip it back to like a bag.
Back down to the bare minimum.
Yeah, a bag. What do you actually need? What do you actually need to do to eat, sleep?
Yeah.
Obviously, like as in the essentials and stuff like that. Your perspective on it all like changes, and it is quite cool, definitely. And like you're saying, like your mum working on the bar, your dad doing that. That's just what they.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, that they were feeding themselves. They were doing that, and they were having the best time as well.
2 years. It's just such a cool, and all the stories they come out with as well. It's like they've just lived life. I think the only reason they came home was because it was kind of a case of, right, we want to settle down, start thinking about family. Yeah, that's what changed things. Yeah, but love Portugal because of that. They obviously made loads of friends out there, so I've been there quite a few times.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I'm going there in 2 days.
2 days.
Going on Tuesday.
I'm going on Tuesday morning.
Nice, crazy, love that. Whereabouts in Portugal again?
Going to the north, so Porto, which I haven't been to before.
Oh, I'd love to go to Porto. I went to Lisbon.
Did you?
Yeah, I've been Lisbon, Algarve, and somewhere else. Can't remember. I've been a couple of times.
It's nice, Portugal.
Yeah,
I really
love
like
it.
there. And underrated.
Never been.
Have you never been?
No.
You need to go. You'd love it.
Yeah,
you would love it.
Yeah.
I really want to go. So on my for 2024. I'm gonna go watch Nazare, which is like the big wave.
Right, that's cool.
Oh, I don't know what it is, and I'm very much gonna be one of those people like in the crowd, like just like watching him, like how the hell are they doing that? But it's just something about seeing it, and I've geeked out on it, like you have with The Hobbit. I've geeked out on this so much.
No,
like,
you have to geek out.
Yeah, like Red Bull TV and the documentaries, and like Kai Lenny, he's like a really, really his dream is to literally just be the best big wave surfer.
Yeah.
That is his thing. And so like watching him do Nazare and like Jaws is over in like near Hawaii and stuff like that. But it's crazy to me. But even like obviously it's not like a big wave in terms of like what they're thinking. They are literally like 30-foot waves. Like they're crazy.
It's mad.
Yeah, they're crazy. I probably got that wrong as well. To be fair, they're probably, I don't know, but they are massive.
Massive wave.
But the seven, the seven estuary. Have I got that right? Seven.
Yeah, Seven's estuary. Yeah.
That's it. That can turn into like a massive wave. It was only, I think, last week. It was like the biggest it's been in a while, and so people were just out there surfing it.
That's mad.
But again, people don't know about that, do they?
No. When you're talking about him training, he wants to become the person. What do you say? The longest.
The best big wave surfer.
Best,
yeah.
The fact that people dedicate their lives to things like that is crazy. Yeah. I wish that I had this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like with skateboarders as well, or surfers, whatever you're talking about, they dedicate so much of their time.
Yeah.
Swimmers as well, like people who train for the Olympics or anything like that. The amount of hours of their lives. I know it's like their thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes I wish I had a thing. But my thing, I think, is making this. I know it's different, but this is my thing.
No, it's still a thing. It's still a passion. That's all that matters, isn't it?
It's our baby, isn't it?
But it's crazy the amount of dedication some people have to something.
I know.
To that, especially sports. I think,
when it comes to sports, it's like fair dues to them.
Yeah.
Absolutely fair dues.
Yeah.
Like, people will, put their personal lives and families and stuff like that aside.
Yeah.
They're like, kids, whatever. They're like, sorry, you're gone. I'm focused.
Yeah.
But no, I think it was when it comes to like, I think it's the strongman. So Eddie Hall.
Yes.
He was saying, his family and everything were just nothing to him at one point. He was brutally honest.
Yeah.
And it sounds horrible, but he was like, that he was just, I just didn't even give him a second thought. My mind was dedicated on this. And it's just mental to me. Like, I'm all for having passions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But where do you think the limit is?
It's that balance, isn't it?
There is that balance.
You have to have a balance, don't you? But some people are just so driven in achieving a certain goal that literally nothing else matters.
Yeah. I think it is a thing of like that priorities, and I think everyone's different as well. Like, not everyone wants a family. Not everyone wants.
Exactly,
do you know what I mean? Like, not everyone wants to actually leave North Wales. Like, they're pretty happy in their thing. Like, it's I guess it's that, but on the flip side and the extreme side of it, But yeah, I think it's good that especially like Monster, Red Bull, all these different things are like sponsoring people as well to actually make that a thing for those people.
Yeah.
And so they do get to just not worry financially, not worry, like they know that their family is like taken care of and stuff like that, but also have this opportunity and like literally get flown out to these different places and have the equipment and stuff like that. But it's like we were saying before, they've got that space, they've got that opportunity. It's like, I wonder how we just get that opportunity out to more and more people, to everyday people, because they seem untouchable, don't they?
Exactly.
They do,
like
it's
supernatural.
Great that they've got that, but as well, how did they get to that point?
Yeah.
There must have been a point where they were like, working, do whatever, and then trying to do this on the side, and it would have been so like, you still got to get to that point. But once you're there, it's great that people can just dedicate their life to the sport or whatever they enjoy, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Through sponsorships or whatever.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's mental.
I think we should. Yeah.
Sponsored by Monster.
Sponsored by Monster.
Insane.
Well, you used to be a little free runner, didn't you? Do your parkour.
No.
Yes, you did. You were saying in your episode you used to practice it when you were a kid. Come on now.
No, I was never a free runner, but like as a kid, out and about, you used to climb everything.
But
you actually were a free runner.
Yeah, I was.
He actually was. He was just trying to sort of me. Yeah, you can still do like front flips and stuff like that, can't you?
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah,
no,
I remember seeing the edits were like on YouTube and stuff like that. I think that was like our like first like taste of like how social media could kind of like blow up and stuff like that, because people just used to do mad edits on like YouTube, and I always remember like the free running and like the skateboarding ones and stuff.
There was a team
people are amazing, is it? So there was a video.
Yeah, people are amazing, and then there was a team called Storm Free Run that I remember watching all the time. There was a guy on that called Tim Sheaf. I think he's now like a health advocate or something like that.
Yeah.
He went to do something for Red Bull through free running and parkour and stuff like that. Yeah. I just thought, wow, I'd love to do that. But
so you used to do it?
I did parkour and free running, yeah.
So okay, so we say like, yeah, in terms of like your sports and stuff like that you used to do like growing up or even now, like what is it that you'd say like you kind of do? Like you say you do like free running.
I was a gymnast when I was in South Wales. I represented Wales in Cardiff in gymnastics.
Oh, fair play.
It's a little story no one knows, but it's out there now. But yeah, apart from that, I didn't really have anything else going for me.
That's cool though. I feel like gymnastics actually branches open like a fair few.
Yeah, I think that's where I moved more towards. They said something about me being, even though I was like really short back then, I was too tall for some things. Like,
right, okay.
I think it was either balance beam or straddling or something like that. So I kind of thought, oh, don't want to do gymnastics anymore, and then kind of turned towards parkour and free running. That's all I had going for me, really.
Well, it's more than I had, to be honest. No, in terms of sports growing up, I think I used to say I'm very indecisive. I used to just dabble in a bit of everything. So
I did a bit of that.
Yeah. I did gymnastics for a bit.
How am I only finding this out now?
Yeah, no, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I did that for about a year or two. And then did judo as well.
Nice.
So a bit of a combat sport.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's where his angry side comes from. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not angry, I swear. But those two, and football as well. But football was never really for me. But I remember making it into the newspaper once because I scored the first goal of like the season or something like that.
Oh, nice.
With Penn Phoenix.
Go young Matty.
Yeah, but then in terms of actual sport that I enjoy, it literally is just weightlifting in a gym. And I know that's not like a.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's. I got into that in school. I think that probably, in all honesty, started off because I just wanted biceps.
Yeah,
you know.
I think that's where it all comes from.
And if anyone says otherwise, they're lying. Yeah, everyone goes to the gym because they want to look good. Yeah,
look good.
But I genuinely now just got into it like properly, which helped me when I was obviously going for the fire service and that.
Yeah, for sure.
Helped me massively. Recently, I've not been able to do it, and I realised how much I enjoyed it once I was told I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because I've been ill, so I've been out of the gym for like 2 months now and just lost everything because of mainly because of the illness. But I'm so looking forward to getting back in there. I just see it now as right, clean slate. I'm back to normal. Like I'm quite thin again. Clean slate. Start from scratch. Work my way up.
Yeah.
I'm excited to do that because I'm genuinely quite passionate about it. So
that's cool though.
Yeah,
I'll do it with you this time as well.
Good lad. Yeah. Nothing like strongman or anything like that. I'm not.
No.
Just want to get ripped, don't you? Just be honest.
No, I'm not even. Yeah. I just enjoy it.
It is. Once you're into the swing of it, I found that it's hard to find the motivation first.
Definitely.
And then when you're in it and you love it. And then when you come out of it for whatever reason, like you've had a break, I think it's hard then to get back into it again.
It's like, I think it is hard to get back into it, but like you can tell you're definitely passionate about it, so you can't wait to get back into it.
Yeah, and I know I'm passionate about it, so
like you're not going to be lifting the exact same as you were maybe 3 months ago or whatever, but you're excited to get back into it.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice. I think like more people need something like that. Do you know what I mean?
And I really enjoy taking people there.
Nice.
And training them.
Yeah.
And I noticed that's like, you like something when you're like, hey guys, come
on
with me and let
come
me
enjoy it.
So yeah, that's more the one for me. But yeah, I did dabble in skateboarding as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with your little penny board.
I had a penny board. Yeah, I used to go penny boarding everywhere until I fell off.
Fair.
That hurt.
Yeah.
Fair
hurt
enough.
a lot. I remember scraping all up my arm on the way to the gym.
Yeah.
Like really, really bad though. And I was just like, oh, shit. And I thought I was just lying on my back on the floor, literally just looking at the sky like this. And someone drove past and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." Got up, went to the gym, and then just put hand sanitizer on it because I thought that would be the good thing to do.
Bro.
Yeah, I wasn't in the gym for very long. I put hand sanitizer on. It was like, and then went home. But so I used to do that, and then tried skateboarding. But Jesus, it's harder than people make it look. I don't know how they do it.
Skateboarding is hard. I think I've stepped on a skateboard once. And just couldn't
I can now move around.
Nice.
Yeah. I've still got my skateboard, so if maybe once or twice a year I do take it out.
Yeah.
And then I go, oh yeah, no, I'm still bad at this.
I'm still rubbish.
I'm probably going to put that away again until next year.
Yeah. I remember me, Billy and Rich, so me and my two brothers, when we were growing up, we were like, all three of us had skateboards. I'm pretty sure me and Billy used to like share rollerblades.
Oh yeah.
And we were like, come on, take us to the skate park, you know, in Colwyn Bay, Arias Park.
Yeah.
We were like, take us there. And Mum and Paul were like, yeah, all right, come on then, let's take it. We got there and we stood at the top of one of the ramps and we were like, no, I can't do that. And like, having known, obviously I was a kid back then, but having known like, just being at the top of it and actually being like, right, okay, I'm just going to send myself down this now. To be like seeing some of the stuff that some of these people are doing. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
And they make it look so easy as well.
Yeah, they do.
To the point, I was watching something. Someone sent something through to Nomadic the other day, and I was like, "Oh yeah, fair enough." Like, as if I can think I can do that. Crazy. Nah.
I think
games and stuff like that.
Stuff like that, you don't have to. But in my head, if you get into it when you're young, like a kid, you've got a better chance because kids are fearless.
I know. Yeah, literally.
Kids are fearless. Like, I just stood at the top of that ramp at age 8 and been like, yeah. Bring it on.
Like, we were stood at the top of it and we were just like, oh my god. But then we were like, obviously a little bit of sibling rivalry as well. We were just like, right, if one of us does it, we're all doing it. Do you know what I mean? But no, defo.
Yeah. Not skateboarding, scooters. I don't know if that was, they blew up.
I remember being in secondary school in South Wales. Yeah. Scooters went massive.
I don't know if that's still a thing.
So
was it an age thing? But I never did it.
I don't know. Brooklyn, one of the guys that I know through Nomadic, he's crazy on it. Like, and he still does it. And there's a few of him, but like he scooters, skateboard, like
all of them.
BMX. I'm pretty sure mountain biking. Do you know what I mean? But even mountain biking.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty cool, like Hardline, Red Bull Hardline, that's usually up in North Wales. Obviously, they do it in different places, but that's always in North Wales. And I never knew that until, like, recently, like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty cool. But again, watching them do that and the way they just whip around it and stuff is crazy.
I did mountain biking once, fell off.
Did you do it in ODA? Yeah.
With ODA.
Yeah.
Never again.
No.
Mr. Joe's shouting at you because you're everyone's waiting for you. That's what I got anyway, because I fell off a lot.
Instead of cycling it, I was walking it, just pushing it along.
Yeah.
That was me.
Fair.
That's funny.
Never again. That's going to have to be my middle name now, isn't it?
So
I did judo for a bit. Never again. Did gymnastics.
Never again.
Well, at least you're sticking out of this, though. This is obviously a thing.
No, I'll do this one episode, but then never again.
This is it.
No. I would have liked to have stuck with gymnastics, to be fair, because some of the stuff they do is wow cool.
Yeah.
I don't care if it. Again, it's one of them. When you're younger, it's not cool, is it?
Yeah.
It is. It's so cool.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's like what is it? Calisthenics.
That stuff blows my mind.
Yeah. If you're good at gymnastics, I imagine you'd be able to do half of that stuff. You know what I mean by calisthenics? Yeah?
I reckon so.
Like bodyweight.
That's all
bodyweight stuff.
Yeah. It's when they do like handstands down into like a, I don't know what you call it.
They literally just like, they're like this and they're like full on flat, but they've got like, I think I can kind of do that. From my hips I can do it. I know I can do that. I know I can do that from when I used to do street dance. But then,
you used to street dance.
Let's not get into the list of things that I used to do and I'm not doing again. But yeah, no, I actually did enjoy street dancing. But yeah, some of the stuff like the calisthenic guys do and gymnastics, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Maybe that'll be my new journey.
You should try it.
When I'm better, instead of going to the gym, I'll just do calisthenics.
You know how you said you'll take me to the gym? I'll take you to a gymnasium.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've always asked him, I was like, I can't even do a handstand. I don't know why I'm going to start with calisthenics,
Oh, that's all right.
I mean, like,
between the two of you,
we'll figure something out.
Yeah, it'll be sound. Crazy.
Be an acrobat before the end of the year.
Yeah, watch. Lifting, acrobat with like 200 kilo. I don't know how you lifting that, but
So obviously you said like Portugal and stuff like that, and the Shire, because you're geeking out moment. And you were saying about the Lake District and the
Peak District as well, yeah.
So have you not been there before?
No.
Have you not?
No, I used to go around, I don't know where Harrogate is in regards to Lake and Peak District, but it's up that way somewhere. I used to go around there for adventurous training. Don't know where it was, but it's that social media thing again.
Yeah.
You see like loads of things on social media and you think that looks ace. So I think that's just where it came from. But I'm very like close to home in regards to that. I'd love to have places abroad that I'd like to go to, but I just haven't got any in my mind.
No, that's cool though. I think that's
yeah.
I think that's nice. I think like a lot of people, myself included, 100%. apart from the NC 500, like you were saying about, I definitely want to do that. That's definitely on my bucket list. But everywhere else always has been like far and wide other places. I think it's cool that your bucket list places are in the UK.
Yeah. Doable, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, close by, yeah. And the Highlands as well in Scotland.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So how come then? Just because...
I don't know, just because in my head they're easily done, maybe. I think this is the thing with when you work, you think you have to base your life around work, don't you?
No, that is true, yeah, definitely.
Which is rubbish, and you'd rather it be the other way around. But I just think, if I can get somewhere quick and easy,
I'll spend the weekend there as opposed
to
like
a long weekend type thing.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to be able to go abroad all the time, but
one day.
One day,
absolutely. Yeah, even if it's just work trips.
Yeah.
We're just doing this podcast. Podcast, we're away for 2 weeks.
Get a podcast from
I reckon
Greece.
it's feasible. I reckon that can definitely get signed off. You're the one signing it off anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No, you write to me. Can we go Greece? I'll write back. Yeah.
We're going.
Funny. No, I love that.
Yeah.
No, I think definitely the NC 500 for me. Yeah. I'd want to try and get like the Jeep set up with like the tent box or whatever.
Yeah, man.
And just
that'd be so cool.
Go around and do that. But I think that's a social media thing.
I think
because I've like
is that our Route 66 they call it, like the
kind
British
of.
Route 66?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got the. I'd love to do as well. The Welsh coastline.
Yeah.
Imagine doing. I think it would take a little bit longer because it's actually quite long. Wales, for a small country, our coastline's actually pretty big.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
But I'd love to try and do that. I reckon that would be pretty cool. But I've never been to Cornwall.
Have you not?
No.
Well, neither have I. I don't know why I said that. It was so much.
Have you not?
You haven't?
Have you not? No.
I had family that lived down there for years, and they've recently moved back up. As I was right, I'm ready to go visit.
Yeah.
Cornwall and Devon is a must do.
I've been to Devon, I think.
Have you?
I think.
You weren't too far from Cornwall, eh?
I know, not too far. No, they are right next to each other. For a person who loves to go travelling and seeing different places, my geography is crap.
Yeah, same. I'm not
horrendous.
So bad.
Yeah.
Mr. O'Rourke. He was our geography teacher. We were saying before about we couldn't remember the teachers' names.
Teacher, who else? Mr. Roach.
Sorry. Be able to remember any of my teachers' names. Mr. Roach. Miss
McAllister. She was my favourite. French teacher.
McAllister.
Yeah, we went on a skiing trip with school.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, we went skiing with school. I don't think I was on the same year as you.
No.
I went different time.
Yeah, went skiing in Austria. Miss McAllister went and she was nice.
Was she, yeah?
She was lovely.
I bet she was, yeah.
No, she was really nice. We got back, I was really young at the time. I remember getting back and she went to my mum afterwards and said, you should write a book on how to raise a child.
Oh,
yes, Miss McAllister, you give me brownie points then.
Absolutely, fair play.
Yeah.
But your mum's got the brownie points, just so you're aware, but okay.
Your mum's got the brownie points.
Brownie points all around, I say.
Yeah, fair. Group effort. Yeah. But yeah, no, I forget. Yeah, even skiing.
Yeah.
We went to Italy. We went to Borneo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Me and Erin Cross. And it was the day we got on the coach the day after her sister's 18th birthday up at what's that farm near town?
Oh, Bodavon. Yeah.
Bodavon farm parties, crazy.
Yeah, great times. You missed out on that.
Yeah,
Halloween party there.
We were still drunk getting on the thing. And we were in school as well, very much underage drinking. Probably don't know if that's.
Don't encourage that.
We don't encourage that.
But you do have free will.
Not this again.
At your own risk. But no, and we were on this coach, and then we had to go via London as well and pick up another school, and that ski trip. Me and Erin at the start, we had to get onto the trip, we had to go to the dry ski slopes over in Llandudno.
Yeah.
And at one point, I was literally that bad, and I couldn't stop. I just put my hands down. And by the time I got the thing, I was like, I need new gloves. They'd burnt all the way through. I'd seen my fingers. I was like, that's not how you stop. That is not how you stop.
No.
But we literally went from that to 10 days over in Italy skiing. And by the 9th day, or the 8th day, we were literally right at the top of the mountain, and we skied all the way down to the point where we were at the coach. We unclipped our skis, put them on, and went from thinking this is how you stop to doing that.
Picking it up really, like you can pick
So
it up.
good. Being attacked.
Yeah, I remember picking it up quite well. Similar with the journey there being horrendous. We got a coach to Austria, and you couldn't fall asleep on the coach because some of the lads in the older year would shave your eyebrows off.
Oh no!
Why is that always a thing?
I don't know. I remember it happened to a couple of lads behind me, so the whole time I was like this.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
wide awake.
Miss McAllister, look after me.
Yeah.
Don't let him
I
get
need
me.
those brownie points. Come on.
Yeah, help.
Proper teacher's pet in school.
yeah.
Why is everyone just shaving each other's heads in school?
I think so, yeah.
Remember,
Pete. Is that what you were going to say?
yeah,
Yeah.
and he got put into
Isolation, wasn't
isolation. I was like, bless him, it wasn't even his fault. He just fell asleep at like it sounds sleepover. It was probably like a house party or something.
it? No, it was a sleepover. It was at Yuan's house. There was some...
Were you there? Yeah.
No.
Were you the one with the shaver?
Yeah, you did.
No. I used to go, though. I used to go and hang out with him, and then I didn't go one night, and they shaved his head.
Oh, that's...
While he was
harsh,
asleep. Like,
That is harsh.
so
No, it was like
he
literally,
shaved
it was
all off,
zero.
and then- yeah.
It was bold.
What? And
Yeah.
he got put in isolation for having
Yeah.
a
Put
bald
in
head,
isolation for being bald.
which that was still a thing.
Bless him. I think about our school, and everyone's like, you know, like Waterloo Road. Remember Waterloo Road?
Yeah, that was us, yeah.
Literally, like,
Yeah.
I remember I was like in like university and stuff like that. People being like, "Oh yeah, Waterloo Road is so unrealistic." I was like,
Was it? I thought they
every
toned it down a
episode
bit.
was
Yeah.
pretty much every week in our school. Yeah,
Yeah.
our year was like one of the worst as well.
Wildest, yeah.
Like everywhere that our school went or goes to for like sixth form ball or ROA, you're not allowed back there.
Yeah, we get banned.
That's mad, though.
I wasn't allowed to the sixth form ball. I don't know if you remember this.
Why?
Why?
Because I left sixth form a month before finishing, like an
Why
idiot.
did I think that you just did all the way through? You
No,
did.
I left literally a month before. Like I was near enough there. Yeah. Maybe no. I finished in February actually, and then you guys probably finished in what, like June.
Why'd
I think
you do
it was,
that?
Yeah, something like
I don't know.
that.
Just couldn't hack it. But yeah. So then Miss Yale. See, I'm remembering all their names now.
Yeah, they're all coming back now.
Yeah, said I wasn't allowed to go.
That's
Yeah.
so annoying. You came on the night out after though.
So I went anyway.
Nice.
I just turned
Good.
up. I was
Oh,
like, I walked in. I got suited and booted. You know, I booked it off work and everything. I was like, I'm going. So I walked in, bought a pint, and I was like, I've got a pint now. You can't kick me out.
Yeah,
you know, I
literally.
paid. And she was like, fine, you can stay. And then I think it was Molly Howard I've got in my head.
Molly Howard.
Didn't come. So there was a seat free for food as well. So
Molly,
I ate her
oh
meal.
yes, yeah,
Nice.
Molly Howard. I was thinking of Molly Caulfield.
Oh, yeah. No, Molly. I think it was Molly Howard. Someone didn't
Yeah,
turn
Molly.
up.
Yeah, someone definitely didn't turn
Yeah,
up.
didn't
So I
turn up.
remember
So
you
I
there
got their
though.
chair. And it was next to him.
No
So I
way.
got to sit next to
That's
him.
weird.
Meant to
isn't it?
be. That's what it
meant to
was.
be, yeah.
Divine timing and all.
Divine timing and all that. Yeah.
Smooth criminal. I planned it. I called Molly. I was
You
like,
did.
you sat next to him? Like,
Yeah,
you're
you're not
allowed to
coming.
go. Yeah. Miss Yale said you can't go.
Yeah.
I've got your dog here. If you want to see him again, you're not going to
Yeah.
that away, okay?
Yeah,
But no, I remember like our school was crazy.
it was
We had some good times though.
good times. I
Like we
miss
were
it.
saying like about the bloody cottage and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd get
That's
away with that
mental,
now.
is.
Yeah, I
No,
miss it.
definitely not.
We did have a few, you know, as I'm sure everyone does when they're like 16, 17, a few mountain camping, get
Yeah.
drink trips, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
times.
I was thinking about this on the way over because obviously I was always Junction.
Yeah.
And you were always Penn, wasn't it?
Mm.
And we used to, I think there was a couple of times we used to go up to the Penn Mountain
Yeah.
with a couple of tents and stuff like that, and just a box of tinnies, and it was like, yep,
Yeah.
this is our
Set
weekend.
the
This
night,
is
yeah.
this is what we're doing.
Yeah,
Mad,
Mum,
man.
I'm just going for a sleepover at whoever's house.
Literally,
And I was like,
everyone was sleeping
Why
at
you
each
taking a
other's
rucksack?
houses. If one parent rang another parent, we were screwed. That was it. That was
Yeah,
bust.
that was it, yeah.
I thought they were at yours though.
Yeah,
No, they're
nope.
at yours. No, they're not. Yeah.
That was so fun. I'm glad that we got to experience that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like kids these days aren't doing that.
No.
But yeah, no,
Oh, to be young again.
I know.
crazy.
Too old to laugh
We're
now,
too
remember?
old to laugh. We're full grown men now.
Yeah,
apparently.
fully grown men.
That's
we're
what-
Oh
not allowed
yeah,
to laugh.
you're not allowed to laugh
Not
anymore.
allowed to laugh anymore.
They got hate for laughing at one
Yeah.
of their, well, just at each other, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just like each other, yeah.
I'd say check our TikTok, but you've probably already seen it.
Oh,
yeah.
nice!
It's big time now, you know.
And again, it was on your TikTok, not
Yeah,
even on
yeah,
the
yeah.
TikTok.
So we're just
Yeah.
going to have to rename yours.
As of right now, 7 mil.
7 mil.
7 mil.
Before we
That's
came
really
in.
good, fair play.
Yeah, 7 mil Matt, they call me.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
that. It is nuts.
Yeah.
Considering it was the video that we put the least work into ever.
It
No, that's what I
happens
mean,
like that
yeah.
though. It
We-
does happen like
we-
that.
We've done
so much-
edits upon edits and put
Yeah.
the montages on our
Yeah.
WanderPod. We went on we went out in Manchester and we're like, before we go out, let's just do a quick video. not even 13 seconds long
Yeah.
of us laughing.
I literally sent him a video saying, "Oh, this would be funny," and he goes, "Haha, yeah." And then when we got there, I was like, "Yeah, no, we're actually going to do it." And
That was all the planning that went into that video.
And then we went there, did it, and then that's the rest is history. I think we've got a few things lined up now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is like that. I kind of like that. It's I do and I don't like the fact that it's hit and miss, because sometimes like
Very hit and miss.
There's one edit that I've done, like a reel that I've done, and it's the same sticker in the same position but like in different places.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
that must be effort to do. Yeah.
It was. I forgot to blink for a good like 15 minutes, and I was just like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
and like that pretty much got nothing. And then I like put a random video on with like some music on Instagram, and just went.
Thing is,
flew.
it's weird as well. It's just luck in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, had we posted that video, I got like the next day at like a later hour, there's a chance that just no one would have seen it.
Mad, isn't it?
It's just
It is crazy.
We happened to post it at the perfect time.
Yeah.
It was just everything sort of like lined up perfectly for it to work.
Yeah.
I like that though. I like the fact that like we don't come from like the social media background in terms of like career wise or anything like that. We're just literally just winging it and hoping for the best and learning on the go.
Yeah, the most you and me did was media. That wasn't social media. That was just
media design.
And I dropped out, so
that was a free lesson.
Classic.
Yeah. I thought media, not again, never again. Yeah.
But yeah,
no.
Here I am. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Well, thank you for coming.
Well, thanks for having us.
Welcome. Thank
no
you
worries.
for having us here.
Absolutely. We'll definitely do it again. 100%.
Yeah, we will.
Definitely. We'll come your way next time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
we've got loads of plans, loads of ideas.
Yeah.
Spinning around in our head now. But yeah,
that's it. Yeah, need to go brainstorm now, get some things down on paper before we lose it.
Yeah, definitely. But no, appreciate it. Thank you very much, and thank you for showing me how to do a podcast. Appreciate it.
No worries. I don't know if we're doing it right.
Episode 1 of many, hopefully. But yeah.
Yeah.
And right, okay. So this is one thing I do always see on other people's channels. Where do they find you on Instagram, TikTok?
I think it's
and
mainly
your podcast.
Just the WanderPod is on Instagram, TikTok. The WanderPod, and then YouTube is just WanderPod. But there's links on everything that take you to
it. Perfect. So. We'll put links below and all that sort of stuff. See, I'm getting the lingo.
There we go. We should have done that.
But yeah, man, thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Right. The amount of times I kept moving my hair over this thing.
You should be alright.
God knows.
Well done. That was good.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.